Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another webinar where we'll be discussing about international education, the best courses, the best countries, PR, job availability, how do you go about it, application timelines, profile building, everything. I'll be accompanied by my colleague Sakshi. Sakshi also would be speaking to you guys about profile building. But to kick off, we are approached by a lot of people at different age groups. I was surprised when a parent brought a girl. He brought a girl, sixth class girl, to my office, and he says we want to look at profile building. As young as sixth class. Can you imagine that? Of course, some things you can start from that young age, but yeah, generally people have started coming in ninth and tenth classes for profile building and understanding how does the entire game work. And yeah, a lot of parents would come and say, can you help us get our child into or get an admit into Harvard, Yale, Stanford? I mean, top institutions. Whereas on the ground, the story is quite different. At times, the child who's aiming at these colleges, of course, I mean, one can have that aim, but you might get into a Northwestern Chicago. You might get into a university like Purdue, Penn State, which are also very good universities. Of course, if you look at other countries, like this year, I think we've got, as of now, about 43 admits to different Canadian institutions. And more than 90% are in top three. So, University of Toronto, three campuses, UBC, two campuses, and McGill, Montreal. And I will also include University of Waterloo, which is one of the world's top co op universities. So in a structured way, I'll go over how do you look at study abroad, how do you take up things step by step, and then we'll speak about profile building, which is very important. I've got a student this year, Arushi Anand. You know how much scholarship she's got? She's got 1 crore 44 lakh scholarship in Indian rupees, which is 100% free. Which university? University of Toronto. Yeah. So that's the kind of scholarship you can get if you prepare well. And that is what we aim to do. So at our center, we are helping students understand top courses for them, find out which are the top universities, which regions they should go to, and how do you build up a successful career. So that is what we do. Remove, if you can put up the PPT. So I'll just show you a PPT so that we discuss in a structured way how do we look at international education and what are the different points we have to keep in mind. Yeah. So, yeah, next please. Yeah. So, a big question is India versus abroad, and my stance remains quite firm on this. If you are able to get into top institutes in India, let's say you have gotten admitted in IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore for master's programs, MBA, or you have gotten admitted in IIM Indore 5-year program. So, Dev College of Business Studies after 12th. You have gotten admitted in IITs. So unless you are still very very keen on abroad, I would say fine. You can still do bachelor's from India. So a lot of top Indian institutions also provide good quality, but the success rate in India is quite less. What is the percentage? What is the acceptance rate abroad? Top universities abroad will have an acceptance rate of 4 to 5%. What is the acceptance rate in India? If I look at IITs, IIMs, or any top institution, it'll be less than 0.1%. Less than 0.1%. Yeah. So that is how the differences start. Generally, outside India, it is much more practical. India is still theoretical, except for some institution. Second point, abroad, you will typically get a big buffet. For example, Northwestern Chicago, 4,300 courses, 532 clubs and societies. So I can easily choose. I can take my plate and pick up whatever course mix I want to. A lot of places I can go to US with an undeclared major, and then I can choose what I want to do. Yeah, a lot of times students are confused. In fact, today I had two students whom I helped. Out of, I think I have already counseled about 8 students today, but two students I remember clearly. One is PCB student who has spent one more year, like 1 year he has been sitting at home trying to prepare for NEET, has not gotten, and we have successfully helped him look at law as a career option. Second one was doing BDS, did not like it, and now wants to leave and is looking at options abroad. So we have suggested international relations for him. Yeah. So, Sumita Gupta, we will be talking about profile building. Just wait for a while. So, abroad typically it is more flexible and you can change. Another thing is abroad, lot of companies handhold or are entwined with the institutions, so it is much more practically oriented. It is what industry wants. India, some places linkages are there, but largely it is still weak. Yeah. Next, please. So I'll keep on covering more options. Fashion shades. That's a nice name. Hello. Also, you experience a new culture. Can you tell me a place in India where you can study where you have students from 60, 70 countries? Difficult, isn't it? But if I'm studying at say Purdue University, you'll have people from 70 plus countries. If I'm studying at New York University, I would have people from again 70, 75 countries, and so on. So you experience different life experiences also, very unique life experiences, I'll say, in terms of traveling. One of my students went to Prague. He has already traveled. It has not been 1 year, but he has already traveled to 4 countries. He has got an internship in another country. Yeah. In India, how many students think of going outside India for an internship? Yeah. So all those things would happen abroad. Next. So is it a right time to go after 12th? Answer is yes. It is a, if you can plan it, and it's a great time to go after 12th. Can I go after graduation? Definitely you can. After graduation, after post graduation. In fact, every year 3 to 4 students we are sending after 10th class also now. you know I have a student who has gone after ninth class also. He went to US, and he has joined a school in US. So there are opportunities. If you want to check out, you can check Saddle River School. Yeah, that's where one of my students, Arun Sagal, is studying. I'll just quickly show you a few case studies, guys, to help you understand this more in detail. A lot of people, when they apply, they are not able to think in detail or plan out things in detail. Hence, I'm showing you 2 case studies. So this is a male student, one of the top DPSs, good student, 10th class, got a good GPA, got a decent stat score. 1420 is not high, but a decent score. You know, uh, Applied to 22 colleges, admitted to 6 and rejected at 11, and waitlisted at 5. Yeah. So uh, next, he why this kind of rejection? Yeah, fashion shades. I'll just take your question in some time. Just wait for some time. So biggest weakness is that one, he was applying to so many places. It is pretty difficult. You have to keep on coordinating with the university, additional documents, looking at checking out mails, and so on. So extracurriculars were there, but he was unfocused. He had done extracurriculars across areas. So when students are coming to us, we always ask them that can you choose 2 areas or maximum three, but two is even better, where you will work. So if you're in sport, one particular sport, build upon it. If you are good at MUN, so get into debating, get into inter-school debating competitions, go for Gables Club, which is an international club for debating. So whatever you are doing well, I mean, build up on it very, very strongly. If you're looking at computer science, maybe do a research project which is related to that area, do an internship related to that area, then immediately your profile becomes strong. Yeah. Next, like applicant 2, it shows so female, 12th class, this is ICSC school, SAT was 1360, wanted to go for finance, applied to 5, got admitted in 3, rejected 2. Actually 2 were the dream university, one was dream university, and one was for another reason, was awarded a scholarship of 70% renewable for all 4 years, which was amazing. Yeah. So she came quite late. Next, she came quite late, but she was able to go through because she researched universities carefully. She submitted all materials at on time and in advance. And she owned. She was there. Whenever my team would ask her that, okay, we need to submit an essay, so she will give pointers fast, she will interact with the team fast, and she would also, I mean, she would actively participate in the process. Next, even with the teachers when I had to go at LOR and so on. So when you look at applications, what are the quantitative parameters? School grades, you know, very, very important, or even college grades, standardized tests, so SAT or ACT. In some cases, like if I'm applying to UK, even IELTS score would become important for few universities. Talent is extracurricular activities, any unique. See how you are different. What is the difference? Your presence in that class, in that institution. I mean, what is the difference? Different things you will contribute. Do you have leadership potential? Yeah. Also, counselor or school recommendations tell a university about the kind of student you are. So anything unique which they have mentioned in their resume, in their recommendation, LOR. So you have to think about it. Voice is your own verbalization, essays, demonstrated interest, that hey, I am interested in computer science, hence, or AI, and because of that I have already done this. I'm interested in machine learning, I'm interested in business analytics, finance, and I have done mock stock, I've done this. So you have to kind of, you'll be explaining it that way. So that is all basically which is incorporated in voice. Interviews. So when again you are being interviewed, a coherent thought that yeah, uh, this person, the interviewer will should get an idea, yeah, this person is really really interested in finance, can come into a super competitive batch at our college university, and can compete and get good jobs or do good work in that area. Yeah, so that is what they are trying to assess in an interview. Fashion shades, yes, you can do your MBA, but you can do some unique courses where like you can take up law also. A lot of people with science and law background are needed by pharma industry, by companies, where you will advise them on patents, on related areas. For example, any new medicine, new molecule has been invented, so it has to be patented across the world. So law can also be a good option, particularly if you don't like maths. Yeah. So that's why you would have taken bio, or you have gone more on the bio side. You can also look at public policy. Anyway, so so these are parameters which are part of application. Next, that is how you are being assessed. Next, please. Okay. Now, a lot of people ask us that I want a PR. I want a destination where I go study and I get to stay there. मेरा मन करेगा मैं आऊँगा, otherwise I don't want to come back. Yeah. So Canada really, really is considered to be a hot, hot country for us Indians. One, it's like little India. So you'll find in every nook and corner there are Indian shops, Indians in different industries, right from hospitality to police service to transport, travel. Everywhere you'll find Indians. Management, yeah. So Canada that way is a country, and very good universities like University of Toronto, UBC Vancouver. We have the world's best co-op university, University of Waterloo, McGill University, Simon Fraser University, and so on. So good destinations. Yeah. Australia, again, if you're looking at a warmer climate comparatively, Australia really is suitable. Again, here you have amazing university like University of Melbourne, Australian National University. You have RMIT, Monash, UTS Sydney, UNSW. Yeah, these are the top universities. Yeah. So, book, yeah, we do charge for career counseling. You can just write on these numbers, general inquiry. You can see, you can just send a message on this number, and somebody from a team will call you. It depends on your background, and accordingly, we have career counseling packages, and we will give you everything in detail. Piyush Puri, the biotechnology is pretty good option. In fact, I have my brother's batchmate Rohit, who went to Europe. He has worked in Germany. He started off in Denmark, and currently he is at Netherlands and doing a good job. Biotech has a lot of scope. I have myself sent students to Canada also for biotechnology. uh, why is it? Okay, fashion shades, it's like it's a price which is charged. You can come in for only counseling, and my team will be able to help you. Okay, anybody who will the first three WhatsApp my team receives on general inquiries, I'll ask them to give you a very strong discount. Okay, so you can just send to general inquiries. First three people who write, I will definitely ask them to give you a very good discount. Okay, Netherlands. Now, a lot of you would not have thought of Netherlands, but Netherlands is an amazing destination. I have personally traveled across Amsterdam, and I took my flight back to India. So Netherlands has good university like University of Amsterdam, ranked 55th in the world, VU, Utrecht, and so on. So, guys, if I look at Netherlands, it's an English-speaking country, 18 months stay back, and very, 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 very upcoming. You should definitely look at it. Also, added advantages. If I study in Europe, any country, so if I study at Netherlands, I can work and intern in 19 other countries. Yeah, you can check EURES, EURES, EURES for understanding European Union mobility. Finland, in the last 3 4 years, every year we've been sending students to Finland also. Check out Aalto University, check out HAMK, Helsinki School of Business. Finland, you can get a PR fast. There's a good stay back opportunity. Also, it's a happy country. Finland, Norway, Sweden are considered to be happy countries. Little bit of Finnish will be required, but at the university the courses are in English. So just check it out. Next. Okay, interested in pursuing law from abroad? Kindly suggest. So, Seema ji, law definitely you can pursue from abroad. Bar Council of India recognizes a lot of institutions outside, so you can study abroad, still work in India, or you can study in India, still work abroad. All the options are open. So, my top countries I would share if after 12th one is going is UK or Australia. LNET is an exam which you need to give. Few places you can go without the exam also, but it's a better idea to give LNET so that you have more opportunities available. So, uh, why do I suggest UK and Australia? Because the law structure is quite similar like in India. In case you're going to US, then you need to do a pre-law course first, and then give an exam and then go for law. Okay. So, that's how you can check it out. In case you need an interaction, you can connect with our team. Ribu, if you can display study abroad number. So you can connect with our team, and our team will share more detailed information to you about law. They can show you institutions and costings and everything. Okay, this is just an indication of the kind of scholarships we get. So 15 crores plus scholarship till now, and hopefully more we will get. So we are the topmost scholarship getter compared to the number of students we are sending in Delhi and NCR area. Next, Arushi Anand, I was just sharing, got a full scholarship. Scarborough campus, she's got 1 crore 44, yeah, 2,35,000 scholarship. Yeah. So if you plan well, if you have a good profile, if you have uh, if you have done good essays, I have an Australian citizen who helps me with essays. I have a person from Cambridge. I have a person who's I have a person who's sitting in US, Washington, who's helping with our essays for US students. So I've got amazing array of people who are writing for our students. Next. Anushka got a scholarship. So a lot of people with design, like who are interested in design and courses like bachelor's in design, BFA, they asked me, "Can I get a scholarship?" Yes, you can. You can get very good scholarships. Next, Jitesh, please listen to the session. That's what we are discussing. So they've received a scholarship from Michigan State University. Next, Sana got a scholarship again from Michigan State University. Next. So these are people who have been enrolled with us. Avnish Mishra from McMaster. Next. Okay, just to answer other people's, yeah, Olaf, $6,000 scholarship. Next, So quickly, I'll just highlight one more thing before we move on to profile building. Pooja Dang is asking best career option for boys. It depends, but business analytics, finance, management, international business. अगर मुझे बाहर जिंदगी मतलब आई हैव टू गो आउटसाइड इंडिया आई हैव टू सेट अप माई लाइफ आउटसाइड my top career options where I'll get a lot of jobs. If I'm a science student, computer science, specialization in AI, machine learning, or data analytics. Maybe maths, I can do maths and get into operations research or supply chain management. I can specialize in physics, get into nuclear physics, atomic physics. So this is all for science students. Maybe I'm a bio student, bioinformatics, hot career, computer drug designing, health informatics, biotechnology we discussed. Maybe I'm a commerce student, business analytics, finance, eco, maths, statistics, management, international business. I'm a humanities student, international relations, uh, psychology, law, English, liberal arts, digital, like University of Waterloo has a program, global business and digital arts. Yeah. So these are my, so depending on how I am, I can look at it. Yeah. Sumita Gupta ji, there are opportunities in sports also. I'll talk about it after some time. Fashion states, you can just see my videos and you can get an idea. Check out my video after PCB what, after physics, chemistry, biology what. So I've given a lot of options, but I feel law, management, all these are good options. And private sector is pretty good. The kind of salaries you get, I mean, I don't think your dad is knowing about that. I have batchmates who are earning 1 crore per month or more, you know. So that opportunity is not available in government sector. So, but then if you want to serve the nation, you might look at government sector also. Okay, now quickly what we'll have is we'll have a discussion on profile building. I have got my colleague with me, Sakshi. Sakshi is a master's in psychology and she has been helping students with profile building and also with identifying which countries, which courses to go in for. So Sakshi is a senior career counselor with us and she has counseled thousands of students. Sakshi.
Hello everyone, a very good evening. So I'm Sakshi here and today I will be discussing about the course to build up a profile. What exactly is profile building? There are a lot of questions about the same thing. Building up a profile, how is it beneficial when someone is planning to study abroad? Now profile building is something that can be catered to even when you're planning to study in India. But the first question is what is exactly profile building? So it is basically a theme of profile depending upon a person's academic specifications, extracurricular activities, something that's beyond the academics that a child has done. So profile building is a overall comprehensive view of different sort of activities that a child does in the intended area that they want to pursue either during graduation or during the masters. So every child will have a different and a unique profile. Now colleges in India and universities in India are also taking this up. For example, Ashoka University, OP Jindal Global University, Plaksha University. All these universities are somewhat comparing up and keeping up the standards with foreign universities. They also look at children's profile. So this is a very important element. Whenever the children are planning to study abroad, how the course goes is your 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th marks. So the 4 years of marks are very, very important. So that is something that you have to make sure you're scoring well. There is a consistency at the same time. For the people who are applying for the master's level, then it would be your undergraduation scores. So you have to make sure that you're getting a good SGPA because that would be accumulated with the CGPA all around. So the second thing that comes up to the profile building is the part of the standardized tests that you're giving. So IELTS is an examination, which is the English proficiency examination, which is the international proficiency examination that children need to give whenever they are planning to study abroad. So be it any country, IELTS is an examination that needs to be given. Apart from this, if you're planning to study in the US, SAT is the examination that needs to be given. From 2023, SAT is being digital. So you can book your SAT slots in case you're interested. If you're planning to study in the US, so it's ideally the right time when you can book up the SAT slots as well. SAT is one. Then for the master's level, it is GRE as well as GMAT. So this is a basic approach, and then comes up the profile, which is a very, very important thing. So I will be discussing about the profile in detail. Can we move on to the next slide? So the first and the foremost element that's extremely important is a research paper. How many of you are ones who have actually known what is a research paper and have attempted one or are in the process of writing a research paper? So a research paper is ideally wherein we help students to ideate, to brainstorm. We take up a topic, and then we see the previous reviews of literature, case studies that have been done, and then we come up with the research. So for example, one of our students had published a paper which talks about traversing through emotional tech. So different topics can be ideated. For example, something like chat gpt is really upcoming right now. A lot of people are using it. So researches upon, is it really revolutionary? Is this AI tool going to make out some difference? So different topics can be taken up on a research paper, and kids can do usually during the undergraduation level, but why not even if you are in school? You can start something like this even right now. Next slide. So building up a profile. So when we talk about building up a profile, it is always upon academic base and the non-academic base. So academic base would be writing research papers, the blogs that you're writing. If someone is interested in content writing, writing blogs, online coursework that's there. So there are various platforms that help students to do online courses from different universities. For example, edX, for example, Coursera, Harvard offers a lot of online courses. So you can look at all these courses. Then there are placements, programs, competitive tests that can be given. So for example, the SAT, the IELTS, these form under the academic base. Now something that's apart from the academic base comes out to be the non-academic base, which is also very important element of the profile. Because what apart from academics has your child done? So it could be a social project, which is basically volunteering, working with NGOs, starting up ideation projects, tech projects, for example, building up apps that can be upcoming. Volunteering on field, there are remote volunteering as well. Leadership activities, writing books, publishing books, starting your own podcast. So, doing something different in apart from academics, it is something which is going to add on to your profile, something that's gonna make it very spectacular and fantastic and different from others. Next slide. So this was one of the paper that was also published, Himi's paper, which talks about the development of virtual thrifting during the marketplace in India. So thrifting in the fashion industry is on the boom, and it's really, really upcoming. So try to take topics which are ongoing, upon which researches are happening, so that you can also contribute something. So that is how she came up with her paper, and her paper got a very good acceptance from one of the top journal, which is IJSS. Yeah. Next slide. Internships. So internships are of a great value, because it is somewhere when a child actually goes to a real life setting, is experiencing how organizations work, what are the patterns, how to go about with work, whether the particular field, for example, if finance is for them, or they want to get into the field of human resource, or they wanted to get into some other field. So internship is the correct stop if someone is interested, is still deciding what they want to pursue. So internships provide you practical experience in the field that you're academically interested in, or something that you're planning to pursue. Next slide. So understanding this, how to go about with internships, the internship trends that are upcoming right now are something with content academic writing, coding, web development, UX UI design, social media marketing. All the students, all the kids are extremely active on Instagram, using Canva, different platforms. So this is something that they can do from now onwards. So social media marketing, lot of agencies are even hiring school students for social media marketing. So this is something that can be uptaken. Product management, digital marketing, working, mentoring and tutoring. Next slide. So internship platforms now, we often are, facing a lot of students come to us and they often face this problem that we want to do an internship, but from where? We don't know the platform. This is especially for the school students. Like, we don't know where shall we apply for these internships. So the correct platforms are the important thing that you need to know, which is Intern Shala, Let's Intern. LinkedIn also offers internships. Yes, you can put a filter on LinkedIn if they're offering internships. LinkedIn also provides a lot of internships. Times Job, AVNs, Glassdoor. So there are multiple platforms that are offering internships. Even if you'll see on Instagram these days, Instagram also offers internships in social media marketing. A lot of people put their sponsored ads onto the same thing. So that is a great platform. And if you're intending to apply for an internship, it's the correct time that you apply 1 month prior, so that if you're applying with multiple companies, you're supposed to submit your CV, you're supposed to give your interview. So maybe in the month of June or maybe in the month of May is the correct time for school students, or even the ones who are during their undergraduation. Once your exams get over, internship is a must thing for you to do. Next slide. So, professional document that is required for the internship, as I had mentioned, is a CV. So, what happens is a lot of times, school students specifically, they don't know what a CV is. A CV stands for a curriculum vitae, which is a professional document that you're supposed to submit to any organization that talks about what are your academic qualifications, your awards and achievements, the leadership experience, the work experience, or maybe the internships that you have done, any social volunteering you've done, projects, publications, contact details, everything. So it's like a one-page document in everything. It has to be very short and precise and to the point, that is supposed to be submitted to the online portal. Next slide. So what are the things that we should avoid while making our own CV? Some tips and tricks that you should remember whenever you're putting up a CV. So the first thing is, make sure that you're keeping your CV to a one pager only. The correct format for a CV is another very important thing. A lot of kids, what they do is they're adding the picture on the CV, including their religion. These personal informations are very irrelevant and they should not be included in your CV. Try to make sure that your CV is ideally only for a page. Whenever you are sending your CV, it should be preferably in the PDF format. Use your own photograph if you're required to do so, but that's not at all required. If in case it's mentioned, only then do so. Don't use any bright colors and textures. Putting false information is a complete no. Does not give a good impression. Irregular formatting and chronological order. So you have to make sure that the format ideally that's preferred is a Times New Roman, size 12, and spacing 1.5. A CV is always from the latest to the oldest, right? So something that you've done recently will fall first, and followed by that would be something that you did in the year 2020. Next slide. Social volunteering. So social volunteering is a great way wherein students can contribute something to the community. Now all the schools have a major community service club, otherwise there is an interact club. It's really recommended that one should join those clubs, because there are multiple activities all year around that the kids can participate in. Apart from this, there are various organizations as well. You can check these out on their websites. They offer social volunteering programs. For example, Cry right now is open with the online children rights program, wherein you can register. Hamari Pehchan is a very great NGO which is located in Delhi. Ek Pehel is an NGO which is located in Agra. So we have tied up with multiple NGOs all across India, and we work with different NGOs along with the kids. We ideate, we brainstorm some topic, and upon which they do the social volunteering. So ideally, working with an NGO would not involve wherein you're just going there and you're teaching. So doing something different, creating modules for them, maybe discussing something about digital literacy that everyone should know in today's time, that can also be taken. So try to take topics which are different, which are unique, which is actually going to contribute something to the society. Next slide. So social project. So this is Kevin's social project. He is one of our enrolled students, and Kevin plays guitar. Yesterday he performed with the TEDx in his school while playing guitar. He is an excellent player in this, and he via an organization which is Milap, a platform for fundraising. He has fundraised about 48,000 rupees, and he is in class 11th right now. So he's fundraised 48,000 rupees, and the amount that he has got, he is giving it to an NGO wherein students come to learn music. So his intended major oriented social cause was something towards music, and he created his website named as Sur and Swar, created by him, wherein you can donate the amount and it is going to be for a good cause. And he also goes there weekly and he teaches guitar. So this is a different project that can be uptaken, and an actual quality of work has been done by him, wherein he has raised such a huge amount at the same time. Next slide. So, social project is one thing, and intended major cause, social cause is something that you can take up. And from scratch to conclude, we start with the website, we do the brainstorming, we meet NGOs, we try to understand maybe if you want to get into the field of fashion, or for example, if you want to do something in law, then we will try and ideate and we will take such a concept and we will work along with it. Next slide. So mobile development applications. So apps is something that we all use every day. Our phones are full of apps. So developing an app could be a great thing for a child who is interested in the field of technology. So one of our students developed an app to improve the mental health and the self-esteem outcomes of teenagers during COVID-19, and he partnered up with an NGO to test and implement how it is working. So he did not only just develop the app, he actually worked upon it, implemented it. How are the results coming out to be? So developing apps, joining W3 schools of Python, it is a great platform from where kids can learn. Next slide. So, a summer school, summers are around the corner, and nothing could be better and enriching than a summer school. So, summer schools are in India as well as summer schools abroad. So, various universities abroad also offer credit-based summer school. So, credit-based summer school basically means that there is credit transferability. A child can earn credits beforehand. Once he's applying to the college during graduation, those credits will be transferred. So, some of the universities who are very famous with the credit based summer schools are Cornell University, UC Berkeley, University of Southern California. In UK as well, there are credit based summer schools: King's College London, University College London, London School of Economics. So, this is something that can be catered into, and the applications are going on right now. It's probably going to end by 1st of April. So, the summer schools abroad are ideally for 2 to 3 weeks, depending upon the program that you are choosing. And ideally the first session tentatively starting around from for different universities, but it's around 20th of June, 18th through 20th of June is the first session that is starting for the summer schools abroad. There are summer schools in India also. Can we move on to the next slide? So India also, certain universities in India are also offering a lot of summer schools. For example, OP Jindal University, the summer school's name is Aspire, and the summer school is from 5th of June till 15th of June. You can check that out on their website. It is a 10-day summer school, and it is they have projects, they have internal team bonding activities, communications, lot of things. So it's like a good development for the child. Apart from this, there is Ashoka University that is offering 3 4 different sort of summer schools. There is something called as YSP General. So the name of the summer school is Young Scholars Program, and the summer school that they're offering is one general, one is advanced, one is YSP Sciences, and one is into especially into computer science. So if you're someone who's interested with computer science, you can definitely check out Ashoka University. They have a specific summer school that is focusing upon the arena of computer science. Shiv Nadar University started with their summer school. Plaksha University also have a tech-based summer camp, which is for 2 weeks. Plaksha is located in Mohali, Chandigarh, and they have an amazing summer camp as well. EDII Ahmedabad is a government institute, which is the Entrepreneurship Development Institute, and it's located in Ahmedabad. Currently, on 26th of March, they're having a summer school in the field of management. It's not only management, but different fields altogether, and it's open to kids from the 8th standard till 12th standard. Amity offers a summer school, Symbiosis, Manipal University. So there are various universities who offer summer schools, and all the applications are open right now, so you can definitely check that out onto their websites. Next slide. So our success, we've guided over like 250 students every year for their profile building and applications to leading universities. Now, what makes a child different is depending upon the profiles that they are having, something their intended major that they want to do. If you're interested in language, you can definitely pursue language. It could be French, it could be German, it could be Spanish, it could be any language that you want to do. So always make sure that you're learning one language. It is going to add on. Try to do internship. Try to do internship, it's of great value and importance. Do social projects, do online courses. So there are various platforms wherein you can do online courses: Coursera, Harvard, TEDx. edX is the platform wherein you can do online courseworks as well. Next slide. So, top historic placements with global rankings: Cambridge, Manchester, Imperial, which is ranked 8th in sciences, ranked 2nd in IE Business School, Finance, University of Toronto, NTU. So, there are different universities, and the placements are great. So, if you want to study abroad, you can also go for your undergraduation, and you can build up upon your profile, give your standardized scores, IELTS, SAT, build up onto your profile. You can also publish. A book if you're interested to do so. Kindle is a platform wherein you can publish your books. Apart from this, if you are interested to start a podcast, you can upload your podcast on Spotify. There are other platforms also wherein you can do so. So this is something which is going to add on to your profile, and it is going to make your experience more enriching, something that a child is going to learn more. Next slide. So, top historic undergraduation placements with the global rankings: NUS ranks 7th, UCL in terms of engineering ranks 19th, UC Berkeley ranks 32nd, ANU ranks 27th. So, Pratt Institute ranks 8th in terms of art. So, for the students who are interested in the field of art and architecture and design, they're supposed to make a portfolio. So, that's a different thing altogether. Apart from the profile, you can also build up your portfolio if you're interested in the field of art, architecture. Next slide. So, leading student profiles. So, as I was discussing, you can also publish your book. Prabnoor Kordua is one of our enrolled student who has currently got an acceptance with UBC Canada. So, she got her book published, which is available on Amazon Kindle. She also did a poetry. She published a research paper which talks about the impact of socialization on mental health of people. And she did an accredited online coursework, psychological observership, as well as internship. So this is something that made her profile unique. So her internship and observership was with clinical psychologists. It was in the field. It was with psychologists, hospitals, wherein she did. Next slide. So Rishant had applied to top universities and colleges like Duke, Stanford, CMU, and he securely got admits from Hong Kong University, University of Maryland, Penn State, Michigan. His intended major is very different, like with the profile theme he has done. So he took an amalgamation of two things, which is the intersection of psychology and computer science to develop inclusive technologies. Now, this is something that can be added on onto the profile. Apart from this, it is always very much recommended participate in as many as extracurriculars that you can. For example, MUN, which is Model United Nations, you can always register with Modern United Nations via school. MUNs are often also happening online internationally, and you can visit their website and you can book with them. Also, schools help students to work with called something as IAYP, which is the International Youth Leadership Program, wherein the children can participate, and it also works for the community services that the kids can do. It's a year-long program wherein the kids can participate. This is specifically for the school students. So they have three different levels, which is the gold, bronze, and the silver level that can be taken into consideration. Apart from this, the colleges, the Olympiads that a child can give. So there are different Olympiads through which the students can register via their schools and their school counselors. For example, the upcoming Olympiads in the field of mathematics could be somewhat like NTSE. It is SOF International Mathematics. There are various online competitions 2023 in the field of mathematics. So these are the American Invitational Mathematics Exam, which is AIME. Then there is Perennial Math Tournament. The third is MOME Math Olympiad. Then there is a Harvard MIT Invitational. The fourth is Purple Cornet Math Meet. Then there is another math kangaroo meet that is there online. So you can register for all these online competitions onto the websites as the name I have mentioned. Participate in a lot of MUNs, participate in as many extracurriculars that you can do. It will always help you to build up your profile. Always make sure that you try and learn one additional language. It could be an add-on to the study abroad country maybe to which you are applying. Next slide. So these are our contact details. You can reach out to us via Instagram, YouTube, email, and these are our mobile numbers. We do career counseling, testing. We are located at South Extension, and we work with various schools in India as well as abroad. We conduct a lot of workshops in the field of careers. We have a team of psychologists who work with us, and we do the psychometric testing with them.
Great, that's great, Sakshi. So, quickly, a few questions, and if some of you have more questions, you can connect with us. Also, some students would have not been able to join this, or some parents want to see this. So you can you can find the entire thing on our YouTube channel. So just search for Jitin Chawla Center for Career Development, and you'll get it there. Okay. So, Sumita Gupta ji, you were asking your son is good at sports cricket, so he can look at very upcoming career called sports analytics. Check out a movie called Moneyball. You'll understand that career where Brad Pitt, who's a manager in a baseball team, he hires a Yale economist to do quantitative analysis on player performance, and then they start hiring players. Also, one can look at sports management. Of course, you can keep on playing also. Scope of Vandapalji, scope of electronics and communication engineering abroad is very good. So VLSI specialists or pure hardware jobs. I mean, amazing jobs are available. Our profile is not needed for DU colleges. DU colleges is only CUT. No 12th board exam marks, only CUT. Yeah. Minimum qualification. So, okay. So today we just completed a session on looking at international education. How do you look at profile building? Which are the countries to look for? How do you go about it? How can you get scholarships? So you can get in touch with us if you want detailed one-to-one counseling. Again, people, we are the topmost career counseling firm. We are operating from Delhi, but we are working with schools, colleges, higher education institutions in India as well as outside India. We are very active in places like Kuwait, Dubai, Qatar, Oman, Bahrain, Nepal, and a couple of other places. Which specialization is in big demand for studying law? So, if you study law, cyber law, environmental law, even corporate law, there are a lot of jobs. What is the scope in environmental science and marine biology? So, Angel Khurana, I would say good scope. There are jobs on the government side as well as jobs with research bodies or with independent big NGOs who are working in that sector. Email Vandana, scope of CA in other countries. Gulf countries love CAs like crazy. A lot of CEOs are CAs in Gulf countries. So, Dubai, Oman, Kuwait, you'll find a lot of CAs are there. Other places, you can take a further qualification. Like in US, you need CPA, or like in UK, you need ACCA. So you can do that and still work in accounts and finance areas. So, guys, if you are really a serious student who's looking at study abroad, get in touch with us. We have already shared our numbers and it is being flashed on the screen also. Ribu, if you can flash it on the screen also. And it's there in the chat also. So you can be in touch with us, guys, and we'll be happy to help you out. Uh, Definitely, study abroad is a great option. But again, as I said right in the beginning, if you're able to crack top institution in India, that's also good. So we as a career counseling firm help you in identifying the right courses, the right resources, and a complete plan so that you can be really really successful. I wish you all the best. A couple of other questions have come. Ireland is pretty good option for AI and data science. Check out National University of Ireland. Check out Trinity College, Dublin. So these are pretty good. And Ireland typically the costs are around 14 lakhs, 13 lakhs per annum for tuition fees, and rest is staying and living expenses. Cybersecurity outside is good. Ajay Verma, check out Tallinn University in Estonia. Estonia is a big, I mean, it's really coming big for cybersecurity. They have a course, BSc in cybersecurity, 4 year course, equivalent to our engineering course. Cost is about 7 lakhs per annum. So if you look at it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Go and check cybersecurity professionals in Estonia, Indian students studying at Tallinn University, Indian student in Estonia. You'll be surprised. Cost just 7 lakhs per annum. Staying living is additional. Shubham Das, after English, if you can combine digital marketing, digital transformation, it can be a good story. You can also look at journalism, mass communication courses. Sukan Bhatt, scope of mechanical engineering is good. You can look at options like automobile engineering. You can look at options like space research. You can look at computer designing, computer manufacturing, like 10 plus career option after mechanical engineering. Jitesh, commerce student, if you're a commerce student, there's a very good, exciting EDIA webinar. So, Ribu, if you can just share Ashutosh's number here. For EDI, sorry, EDI not webinar, EDI is doing a summer program right now. So it's a program which is basically on entrepreneurship. Very, very good for commerce student. It is just starting in the next couple of days, 5 days. So you can connect with us and we can help you do that program. Second, you can look for any business challenge competitions. You can also take up the TI Delhi, TI like TI Delhi does TYE program, that is TI Young Author program. You can also take that. To build up your profile further, you should participate in school in various competitions. If you're good at public speaking, participate there, inter-school competitions, MUNs, and be a member of Gables Club. Gables is a Bacha Club of Toastmasters. Vandapal, some places you can change. Some universities do ask you, like, why? I mean, do you have a strong background in computer science, specific areas? If you fulfill that, then all the universities, but quite a few universities are very open and you can change. I would recommend fix up a one-to-one session, Vandapal, for understanding this more. Entrepreneur internship, Monica Kathuria, it is being shared on the screen right now. Ashutosh number is shared on the screen right now. Anybody wants to go for entrepreneurship program, if you have your own business or you want to start your own business, you want to become a shark in the shark tank, India or abroad, connect with this number, connect with Ashutosh. You can WhatsApp or call. He is still working at office, like good people, we work on Sundays. Can you tell about MBBS in abroad, like with comparison to India? One is UK follows the same pattern. uh, Australia follows the same pattern, though you need to clear a test for MBBS. Yeah, there are some other countries like Georgia, Poland, couple of others where you can get direct admissions where the pricing is less. But if you're looking at UK, I would imagine the cost to be approximately more than 2 crores, 2.5 crores for the complete MBBS. Other countries might be more expensive. Sukan, but you're talking about liberal studies, so you can check out liberal arts colleges abroad. Internship of psychology, you can write to us. We can help you get internships. We also offer internship, but we can connect you with a couple of other people also for internship. So you can message us on these numbers and we'll get in touch with you. Okay, guys, I need to go. I have more counseling sessions waiting for me. So I wish you all the best. In case you need any help, get in touch with us. I'm Jitin Chawla. I started about 22 years back with this organization, and today we are helping thousands of students across the globe achieve successful careers. Thank you.